And what I'm doing here on the computer is almost all of our procedures are electronic. So I call up the procedure and I just follow it step by step. And Houston Alpha in step 2.2 is it necessary to update the date and time?
Garrett said it's not necessary.
Okay, copy that, thanks. Okay, I'm ready to start taking my measurements out of this vent over here. And this is where the air comes all the way from the Russian segment and first comes out into the lab. So, I just went and checked all the other configures. I took carbon dioxide readings in here and also in the service module. We're at 0.51, which is kind of high. If it gets much higher, we can start getting headaches. But if that happens, they'll turn on the American carbon dioxide scrubber, which is right below me. And so I did find a vent duct that was disconnected accidentally. So we fixed that, Oleg and I, and now I'm ready to take my measurements. So here we go. Okay guys, well I finished measuring the airflow at this vent, and I did measure vents in two other modules, one over here in the node 1 and one way back over here in node 2. So that's all done. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to take care of this here checks rack. Checks rack is this rack down here on the floor, and it's got all of our medical equipment in it. That box sitting right up here is the defibrillator. Hopefully we'll never need that. And we got all of our other medical equipment in there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to check the functioning of the cooling system in there and clean some filters. Woohoo! Filter cleaning, yay! We do a lot of that actually. So I'll set the camera up over here and you can watch. Okay, this next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that rack and rotate it out. Which is something we do every once in a while when we have to access something back there. And it's pretty cool how in space you can take these massive things and move it with like your little tiny piggy. Of course, the hard part is getting them to stop. So when things are this big, you move them slowly. Okay, welcome back. I'm going to use this tool now and take off the panel on the back of this rack so I can get in there and access the filters. But I do have a cookie. Okay, well I got some more flanges to take off, some more filters to clean, but I think you get the idea. So I'll pause for now. Actually, I think I'll treat you to a close-up view of this next filter cleaning. I don't know about you, but I'm starving, so let's go get some lunch, huh? All right.
What Olen Garrett. Shrimp cocktail. Shrimp cocktail.
Shrimp cocktail. Actually, that's not bad. Orange mango drink. Like I told you, liquids make spheres. Astronaut. I think it's a little low. I got one. So another common question is, what happens to all of our trash? And the answer is, initially anyway, we put smelly stuff into these bags, like food, leftover food, or canisters that still have some food on it. And anything that's not smelly, like paper or stuff like that, we put into this trash can down here. And we have some more in the other modules as well. And then eventually, all this stuff goes together into one of the cargo ships, either the Progress or the ATV. And the ATV, by the way, is right back there through that hatch. I'll show you that later, maybe. But at any rate, all these cargo ships get filled up with our junk. It includes our clothes. We don't do any laundry. It all goes into these cargo ships. They undock from the station. They re-enter, but it burn up on re-entry intentionally. Now it's time for us to go back to work. So off we go. Just to give you an idea of how big the station is, there are whole modules I haven't even shown you yet. Large modules, actually. Here's one of them, not the biggest of them, but this is the airlock. Right here. Still got a couple spacesuits. It's a mess right now. I'm in the process of putting all the tools together for our next shuttle crew so they could be all ready to do their spacewalks. Okay, back in the lab. And here's where we left off. I'm just going to fly you over to the other side. And I'll park you over there and get back to work. So this is node 2. And up here is the JLP, the first piece of the Japanese laboratory module. That's the piece that came up with us on STS-123. And it's kind of sitting there full of stuff right now, but in another month it's going to be very active. And down here is the one and only window that is available on the US segment. This is all we got. There's another big window in the lab, but unfortunately it's we're not allowed to open it.